We are in the north end now, whereas the infirmary was in 1902. It's obviously different now, but we'll see what the equipment picks up. We'll see what we can capture. Like I say, it's not the best time to come. A full moon would be ideal, but I'm not just not going to make content because that attitude gets nowhere. So you can see how dark it is. So we'll start with the tube. We'll see what we get. Let's do it. Not decibels, but how much light that's being emitted onto the book. And you see the sensor data is moving. But I'm not getting any. I'm not capturing any milligrams from it. Can you come to any of these devices? You can choose some words. We might be able to help you.
6.
Just had a twig over there. 6. Is that your age? You a child? That looks like an eye. Might be a dog or something. That looks like blind or whatever. It looks almost like a dog or some kind of snake or whatever. Almost maybe a hippo, but it's only got one eye by the looks of that. This is a picture of the operating theatre, and I'm right outside that window. What? No way. No fucking way. That's crazy how that just mapped him right in front of me. That's the first ever mapping in here, that. Birch Hospital holds a lot of energy from the past. Many people were born and died here. Tell me some more. It used to be there. You probably can't see it because I'm on SLS, but yeah, there's been many spirits around here. It's probably where the operating theatre used to be, behind that house. That's the back lodge where people would have died in there. I think it's something to do with the Victorian.
Are you a friend?
I am a friend, yeah. So I've seen all kinds of stuff in this, you know what I mean? It's proper spooky. My name's Basil Brush. Welcome to what remains of Birch Hill, part 1. Welcome to another video. So tonight's a bit special, this video. It's a bit of a special one, I think, because Halloween's coming and I'm in one of my favourite places. So now I'm going to tell you all about this place in a minute. So just 1 second, I'll pan the camera forward so you can see where I am, and then I'm going to give you the story, and then we'll get cracking on with the investigation. So we're at Birch Hospital. Now the reason why I'm here is because I've been here many times. I'll pan the camera around properly so you can have a good look at the clock tower in a minute. So I'll give you the scoop now, yeah. I don't know what the white thing is above my head. It's probably off my... I don't know what that is. I can see it on the camera though. It might be something from the lens. It's moving when I'm moving my phone, so I don't think it's anything dodgy. Anyway, right, so here goes, yeah. Birch Hospital, otherwise known as Durnley Workhouse. Obviously a workhouse was used for children where they could stay and they would work, and after that it was made into a hospital. I think it was 1877, and then the north side, they made an infirmary in 1902. So the infirmary treated a lot of World War I soldiers that would come and get treated, and they would come here saying, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the present day picture of the clock tower, and I'm going to leave you a link in the description from when I came in when it was abandoned and investigated it, but that was a long time ago. You see I'm on my own now and I've got so much better equipment, so I keep thinking I'm seeing figures but there's no one there. But anyway, so tonight we're not going to go into the clock tower. We're going to go into the north side of the woods where the infirmary used to be, the operating theatre. Like literally it's next to the operating theatre, so we're going to go in there. I've been in there before, and literally I've seen a figure in there once. It looked like Slender Man. It was like a faceless figure, like a big figure, generating its own light. Afterwards, it did me head in that much. I didn't know if... Well, it was two things. My mind either made it up or it was actually there, and to this day I don't know which one it was. So hopefully we can maybe capture something of that today. I've had all different kinds of stuff happen in these woods, from a metal detector pinging in mid-air to obviously to see Slenderman, and then seeing all these different types of EVPs that I get. Now in these woods it's like it's like there's nothing there, and then bam, it's just all around you kind of thing. So it might be a bit of a slow start. So let me show you the clock tower as it is today, and then yeah, that's basically the story that I wanted to give you. Yeah, so it's not my first time here at all, and this is probably one of the places that I did come and have like my own experiences. So I came here twice. I've got loads of stories I can tell you, but it's Halloween, so I wanted to come to one of my favourite places for Halloween. Anyway, I'll show you the clock tower. So yeah, me and Birch have got a lot of history. This is a modern day picture that I took tonight when this footage. But yeah, 1877, and then the infirmary was put in 1902, and that's the area they'll be investigating. This picture here represents when they reopened it and made it into houses like it is now. But that's pictures from the past, and it just goes to show when obviously that's where abandoned. More when it was abandoned here, and just when it reconstructed over time. But I did investigate in here. I think it was 2005. I think it was when it laid abandoned like you see it here. But before that, it was obviously a working hospital with many different functioning capabilities, where people are living now. And this is a current picture of where the nurses were working, and just some more pictures here from the past. As that's the skyline and it overlooks Rochdale. But yeah, it's served its purpose over time. And still serves its purpose to the present day. So let's crack on. Clock tower now, as it sits where people live, and in the clock tower, obviously the windows that you see would have been wards for patients after the World War I times, because obviously Birch was shut. I think it was 2005, so it's treated people as well. Obviously after the war finished, and it continued to treat people, and there's many people been in the tower itself to investigate, like I have as well. It's crazy to think there's people living in there now, and I'll show you some pictures of some nurses that would have been in that same building that you see now. But yeah, that's probably the skyline of Loughborough and Rochdale, which is Birch Clock Tower. So we're going to make our way to the infirmary side, go into the woods, use a book, see what we get, see what happens. The moon phase is at 2%, so I'm not expecting that much. It is cloudy as well, so it's not the best time to do it, but I'm not stopping. Like, I'm not going to stay at home because of that. I'm just going to get out and try. So anyway, it's some beautiful video, and we'll make our way up to the forest now. So this is a picture that I was mentioning where the nurses are working. I know you've probably seen it already, but this is where the people are actually working now, or what's left of the clock tower. But the clock tower had many different wards, but there was different wards in different places of the hospital. As you can see here, a beautiful picture, and this is obviously a picture of a surgeon preparing, for his next patient or whatever. But that window, outside that window is where I'll be. But the surgeon thing is not there now, so we'll have to make do and just pretend really. I've got many stories from the hospital, so I'll just tell you a few whilst we're walking up to the forest now. So obviously the tunnel, Birchill's got tunnels. It has a tunnel complex underneath. I know because I've been in these tunnels many times. Now I haven't been in them recently because you can't really get access to them now. Well, it's a bit dark at the minute, so I'll just try and light it up. So yeah, I've got many tales. There's many people that have been in the clock tower itself and done investigations. Now obviously I want to show you this, in fact, whilst I'm here, because I want to tell you the story from when I went in. If you watch the video in the link, you'll see what I'm talking about. So that's the tower there, you see it, and then it's like the chapel of rest, I called it. But people live in there now. But there was a tunnel or a pathway that you could get underneath, and it'd take you straight into the chapel of rest in here. You'll see it, like I say, in that video, but that's how it is today. Yeah. It's like obviously, when people died, I think a lot of hospitals have them now, but it's crazy. It's crazy to think like how times changed, and yeah. So the wood's that far away. So the hospital had, one second, I'll put the camera back on. So the hospital had a morgue, a children's ward, many different wards for different things. They had the ENT eye clinic, which was in the clock tower. Obviously I had an infirmary, surgery unit, had everything it needed. I'll put it here anyway, I'll catch up with you in a second. So there was people then, so I just have to cut it for a minute. So what else can I tell you about the hospital? There's a lot of people obviously was born here in the clock tower that we've just come from. a lot of people would have died here as well. Now obviously it has ties with Jimmy Savile, I think, as well, the hospital. Obviously old ties now, but it's funny how everything's from the past will still be in the future. Right, the road's that far now, so I'll see you in a sec. So the hospital now, as you can see, it's obviously the site got sold to building contractors, so they could use the site for this. Oh, that's lovely decorations, look. Oh, check that out, that's sick. Oh, that's mad as fuck. That's sick. Definitely #1 prize on Tales About the Brush for Halloween stuff. That's absolutely awesome. Anyway, yeah, so that's absolutely mint. Look at it. Big shout out to whoever that is. Whoever that is. Anyway, the woods are down here, so you can see it's all houses now, what used to be hospital. And there's another one here, look. Let's have a look at this one too. Look, they're trying to outdo each other. Yeah, check it out, look. Yeah. Anyway, as I was saying, yeah, lots of people would have died. Look, I love the Halloween. Look, it's all spooky and that. I love the Halloween stuff. It's like there was waiting me. We've got more stuff down here, look. A little spook, like a little ghoul on the wall there, look. Beautiful, beautiful. And that's what we like. So they must be in the mood round here once they find the woods. There's a little spider there. See? Little ghost. Look at all this Halloween stuff. This is awesome, this. Another one here, keep out. Little pumpkin. Beautiful, beautiful. What else we got? So that's awesome. More spooky spider stuff here. You can't see it, but I don't want to start lighting the place up. That's absolutely awesome. I don't want to go too much into decorations, but they do relate me when I see Halloween decorations. So I just thought I'd give you a tour of basically around here before we hit the woods. The woods are just over there. It's going to be very dark in there indeed. So this would have been probably the morgue area, I think, around about here. It was just, I think, over there, maybe a little bit more. And then you had like the Bateman Centre over there, if I remember rightly. Because I grew up on Birch, so I know what's changed over time. So we're probably going to need some lighting. This is a dark bit of Birch. It's like a little dark spot. You just see the clock tower there in the distance. So I thought, yeah, like probably an animal noise or something. Before we get, oh, there's people up there. Look. So anyway, let's crack on in the towards the woods. Right, I'll put it here and then I'll show you outside the woods and then we'll get cracking. Well, the woods are more or less just here. Look. Hopefully you can see. I hope no one's in there. And then someone's probably going ghost hunting up there. You see the lights up there? Yeah man, you got 3 ghost hunters probably up there, whatever. And then there's me down here on my own. So this is the old wall, the retaining wall. It's never changed that. So they kept that up. Right, so we're at the woods. Sorry about the wind. Right, where this house is, behind it was the old operating theatre. I'll show you on the way back down, but you could more or less go down there, but it's been taken away now. So let me just put it to my face. We are in the north end now, where the infirmary was in 1902. It's obviously different now, but we'll see what the equipment picks up. We'll see what we can capture. Like I say, it's not the best time to come. A full moon would be ideal, but I'm not just not going to make content because that attitude gets you nowhere. So you can see how dark it is. So we'll start with the tube. We'll see what we get. Let's do it. Take one. Let's do it. Now I'm hoping all my equipment works properly. But when you're in spirits, you never know. These woods spook me out, honestly, because of what I've experienced in these woods previously. So the light, what you see there, is probably where the operating theatre used to be, behind that house. That's a back lodge where people would have died in there. I think it's something to do with the Victorian.
Are you a friend?
I am a friend, yeah. So I've seen all kinds of stuff in this, you know what I mean? It's proper spooky. My name's Birch. Do you remember me from last year? So obviously I was here last year. That's old building, still from the hospital, that you see there. So you probably...
Watching.
Are you watching? Yeah. I'd say you probably won't get much back.
Where is it?
Where's what? Check out the tree here.
Hello.
Hello? It's me, Basil.
Sister.
Sister. You a sister? You a nun?